welcome the next speaker, who is Tanya Sidana from IIIT Delhi, and she will tell us on about the structure and distances of constant cyclic codes. Please.
Thank you, sir. Firstly, I would like to thank the organizers for giving me opportunity to present my work. This work is actually a joint work with my advisor, Dr. Anuradha Sharma. So let us begin with few notations and definition. Let R be a finite commutative ring with unity and be a positive integer. We will view the set of all n tuple over R as an R module. Sorry, actually.
Excuse me.
I'm unable to move my slides.
Oh.
1 minute. I will again share my screen. No. Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Actually, I'm unable to move my slides.
Oh. Maybe don't use the full screen mode.
Okay.
Just try. I mean, I don't know. I'm not an expert. If organizers have some suggestions,
yeah. So without you going to the full screen, can you just scroll down so that the other pages are available, or this is the last page? Can you please?
Okay, let me try. No, I'm not able to move. After saying.
What about this?
Yeah, I will scroll. Okay, sure. For a unit lambda in R, a lambda constant cyclic code of length n over R is defined as a R submodule of Rn, which is invariant.
Excuse me.
Hello?
You can zoom a little bit. You can.
Okay.
There is a No, you know, on top where there is a printer and so on. There's a zoom. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, very good. Yeah, this is better.
Okay.
Please.
Okay, let me start again. Throughout this stroke, R is a finite commutative ring with unity and is a positive integer, and we will view the set of all n tuple over R as an R module. For a unit lambda in R, a lambda constant cyclic code of length n over R is defined as an R submodule of Rn, which is invariant under the lambda shift of its code words. Basically, that's just a vector. This vector is in C, then its lambda shift is also in C. Lambda constant cyclic codes are generalization of cyclic and acyclic code, and these codes are divided broadly into two classes: class of simple root constant cyclic code and repeated root constant cyclic code. When characteristic and length are co-prime, they are called simple root constant cyclic code, otherwise repeated root constant cyclic codes. One of the primary aim of coding theory is to construct codes that are easier to encode and decode, and that can contain sufficiently large number of code words, and which the codes which can correct and detect sufficient errors. And to check error detecting and correcting properties of a code, several metrics have been introduced in coding theory. The most studied metric is the Hamming metric. The Hamming distance between two vectors is defined as the number of places where these two vectors differ. And later on, Rosenblum and Fastman has introduced a non-Hamming metric, which is known as Rosenblum-Fastman metric. Shortly, it is called RT metric. The RT distance between two vectors which are distinct is defined as 1 plus maximum of a place where these two vectors differ, and otherwise it is 0. Recently, Casuto and Bloom has introduced a new metric which is called single pair metric. In this metric, instead of reading a vector as a tuple over Rn, the output of a vector is readed over R2. These metric are useful for channels whose outputs are overlapping pairs of symbol. Basically, when a reader is unable to isolate adjacent symbol, instead of reading each vector, instead of reading each single bit, due to reading limitation, a reader is reading a bit, 2 bits at a time. In that scenario, these kind of metrics are useful. And the simple pair distance between two vectors is defined as a Hamming distance between their corresponding simple pair read vector. The distance of a code is defined as a minimum of a distance between its distinct code words. The singleton bound is a bound on the cardinality of a code in terms of cardinality of cardinality of code alphabet length and the distance, and the codes which attain singleton bounds will have highest possible value of a distance for given code size, code length, and alphabet size. Hence these codes are called maximum distance separable code, and hence these codes are optimal since these codes have a highest possible value of a distance. Therefore they have a highest possible error detecting and error correcting capability for given code size, code length, and alphabet size. And here in this work we have identified MDS codes within the class of Consa cyclic code. Now, in order to determine structures of lambda Consa cyclic code, let us denote a ring R lambda to be a quotient ring Rx factored by ideal generated by x raised to power n minus lambda. And we can define a map from Rn to R lambda, which takes n tuple over R to a polynomial of degree less than equal to n minus 1. And one can see that this map is a R module isomorphism. Moreover, the subset of Rn is a lambda Consa cyclic code if and only if its image is an ideal of the quotient ring R lambda. Therefore, in order to determine lambda Consa cyclic code, it is enough to determine ideals of the quotient ring R lambda. Therefore, in this way, a combinatorial structure is mapped to a algebraic structures, and here in order to determine lambda Consa cyclic code we will concentrate on ideals of the ring R lambda. Here we will recall few definitions, basics of a chain ring. The ring is called chain ring if all its ideals form a chain with respect to inclusion relation. Finite fields, Galois ring, Cauchy-Galois rings are few examples of chain ring. And this result is well known for a chain ring. This result says that if R is a finite commutative chain ring and if gamma is a generator of its unique maximal ideal and E is the nilpotency index, then all its non-trivial ideal will be generated by some powers of gamma. And moreover, the cardinalities of these ideal can be expressed in terms of cardinality of its residue field and the nilpotency index. So from now on throughout this talk, R is a finite commutative chain ring with unity, gamma be a generator of its maximal ideal, E be the nilpotency index of gamma, and lambda be a unit in R, and R bar be a residue field of R. Since R bar is a finite field, let us assume that it is a field of order p raised to power n. This result says that the characteristic of a finite commutative chain ring is a power of P. Moreover, there exists an element zeta in R whose order is P raised to power m minus 1, and the set which consists of 0 and powers of zeta is called the Teschmuller set of R. Moreover, for every positive integer s and for every non-zero theta, there exists theta naught such that theta is PSX power of theta naught. And every element of R can be uniquely expressed as a linear combination of elements from the Teschmuller set and powers of gamma. And since gamma is a nilpotent element, therefore R is a unit in R if and only if R naught is a unit. And R naught, since R naught belongs to Teschmuller and every non-zero element of Teschmuller is a unit, therefore R naught is a unit if and only if R naught is non-zero. Now we will concentrate ourselves on lambda Consa cyclic code of prime power lengths. And since lambda is a unit in R, therefore by previous result, the lambda can be expressed as a linear combination of as lambda naught raised to power ps plus gamma beta 1 gamma square beta 2 and up to gamma e minus 1 beta e minus 1, where lambda naught and beta is from Teschmuller and lambda naught is non-zero. When beta 1 is non-zero, D. Nuttall has determined algebraic structures of lambda Consa cyclic code in that case by showing that R lambda is a chain ring. Basically, they have shown that the R lambda is a chain ring whose unique maximal ideal is generated by x minus lambda naught. Therefore, once they know the generator, the other ideal of R lambda will be generated by some powers of x minus lambda naught. We have considered other case, the case when beta 1 is 0, and we have explored that the ring R lambda is a known chain ring in the case when beta 1 is 0. Therefore, this ring contain known principal ideals, hence lambda concentric codes are known principal in that case. And in order to, now we will proceed to determine algebraic structures in the case when beta 1 is 0. For this, let bar map be a natural epimorphism from R onto R bar, and the ring R bar lambda be a ring R bar X factored by X raised to PS minus lambda bar. And we can, using the natural epimorphism, we can define a map mu from R lambda to R bar lambda as follow. And this map is also a surjective ring homomorphism from R lambda onto R bar lambda. Now here we will define a torsion code of lambda concentric code. The ith torsion code of a lambda concentric code is defined as mu images of all those polynomials such that gamma I time a polynomial is in a code. And one can easily prove that these torsion codes are ideals of quotient ring R bar lambda, that is they are basically lambda bar concentric code. And as R bar lambda is also a finite commutative chain ring whose maximal ideal is generated by X minus lambda naught bar, therefore these torsion code will be generated by some powers of X minus lambda naught bar, say Ti. These integer Ti's are called torsional degrees of a code. Moreover, the cardinality of a code can be expressed in terms of cardinality, in terms of its torsional degrees. Now, using these torsional degrees, we are able to determine algebraic structures of lambda concentric code in the case when beta 1 is 0. This result says that when beta 1 is 0, every lambda concentric code has a unique generating set of the form f0, f1, fp minus 1, where the polynomial fix is of this form, where it's the here the degree of polynomial will be ti, and here this ti is basically the torsional degree of a code. So in the case when beta 1 is 0, every lambda concentric code has a unique generating set. And however, in the case when beta 1 is non-zero, D nut has determined the algebraic structures. But we have here also we have note that every lambda concentric code has a unique generating set of the form f0, f1, fp minus 1, where fi's are given by this. Therefore, in every case, lambda concentric code has a unique generating set of the form f0, f1, fp minus 1. Now, using these unique generating set, we have proposed a decoding algorithm for these code. This lemma plays a key role in proposing that decoding algorithm. This result says that if f0, f1, fp minus 1 is a unique generating set, then every code word can be uniquely written as a combination of fi's and polynomials over the Tashmuller set. Now, here we propose a decoding algorithm. For this, let Cx be the transmitted code word and Wx be the received vector with error pattern as Ex. Then Wx will be Cx plus Ex. Since Wx and Ex are element of R lambda, therefore they can be uniquely written as a linear combination of gamma I and polynomial from the Tashmuller set. And now here we will define a definition of error pattern. The error pattern is of the type delta naught, delta 1, delta E minus 1 if the weight of Ej is at most delta J. This theorem provides a decoding algorithm, and this says that if ith torsion code of a code can correct errors of weight at most eta I, then a code can correct error pattern of the type eta naught, eta 1, eta E minus 1. And this is the decoding algorithm. Now, using the algebraic structures, we have determined Hamming distances of all lambda concentric code, and this result gave the Hamming distances. Now, using Hamming distances and unique generating sets, we are able to identify all MDS Hamming code in this class of code, and this result says that when beta 1 is non-zero, there does not exist any non-trivial MDS Hamming code. And the case when beta 1 is 0, all MDS Hamming codes are given by this, and they are all principal generators. Now, the single pair distances of lambda concentric codes are given by these this number, and using this result we had identified all MDS symbol pair codes. And again in this case, when beta 1 is 0, there are several MDS symbol pair codes, and when beta 1 is non-zero, only a full code is a MDS symbol pair code. Here we have determined RT distance of a lambda Coulomb cyclic code, which is equal to E minus 1 at torsional degree plus 1. And using RT distances and unique generating sets, we have identified all MDS RT code within this class of code. And this result says that when beta 1 is non-zero, there does not exist any MDS RT code in this class, and when beta 1 is 0, all the distinct MDS RT codes are given by this. So from these results, one can clearly see that the class of MDS, the class of codes when beta 1 is 0, contains sufficiently large number of MDS, Hamming, MDS RT, and MDS symbol pair code. Therefore, this class of code is important from coding theory point of view, and these results are useful in studying their error detecting and error correcting properties. That's all, and these are some useful references. And this results are published in this paper. All these results which I have presented here. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.